We heartily welcome Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud ji, in the inaugural ceremony of AROHA 2024. He is presently visiting the Shashwat Ayush Expo. This expo details about how recycling and reusage can help reduce the wastage and help in innovation of new things.
चढ़ नहीं पाऊंगी।
है ना, आ रहे हैं क्या, दिख रहा है, आ रहे हैं? नहीं, अभी हम दोनों साथ में खड़े रहेंगे।
हाँ, उतरेंगे नहीं ना।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ठीक है, आ जाओ साइड में।
चढ़ना में दिक्कत है।
बस इधर उधर हो जाएंगे, है ना। हाँ। आ रहे हैं क्या शिवानी, आ रहे हैं क्या? Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud ji, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Vaidya Shri Rajesh Kotecha ji, Director, Global Traditional Medicine Center, WHO, Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla ji, who all are present in this hall today. All are honorable international dignitaries from various countries, Brazil, Argentina, Australia, Colombia, Cuba, Germany, Japan, London, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and other countries. All are esteemed national dignitaries, officers from the Ministry of Ayush, esteemed MOU partners, directors and officers of research councils, national institutes, principals of colleges, directors from Secretariat of State Health Services, medical officers, international and national delegates, exhibitors, sponsors, media partners, faculty, staff, and scholar of AIIA. It is a very proud moment for all of us, wherein we stand in anticipation as we welcome our esteemed guest, the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud ji. I request Sir to please grace the dais. I request Honorable Director to please escort the dignitaries.
We are honored by your presence, sir. We request Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Ayush, and Minister of State. We request all of you please be seated and give a big round of applause. We are honored by the presence of our respected Honorable Chief Justice, sir, with us. We have Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Ayush, and Minister of State, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, Director, Global Traditional Medicine Center, WHO, Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla ji, Director, All India Institute of Ayurveda, Professor Tanuja Manoj Nesri ji. These all are with us today. Please give a big round of applause. This is a proud moment for all of us, and thank you all the dignitaries for being with us. To commence our formal proceedings, let's begin with the auspicious Dhanvantari Vandana. I invite scholars of All India Institute of Ayurveda, Goa, to recite Dhanvantari Vandana, and also I request dignitaries to please come for the lamp lighting, please.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरे अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरे अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरे अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः
Thank you all. These are our budding scholars of AIIA Goa. I thank the dignitaries for this lamp lighting and for the auspicious opening of this ceremony. Now, I would like to invite Professor Tanuja Manoj Nesre ma'am, Director All India Institute of Ayurveda, to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Namaskar, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, esteemed dignitaries of the dais, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Dhananjaya Chandrachud ji, Honorable Minister of Ayush, Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, Honorable Secretary Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla, who is a Director of Global Center of Traditional Medicine, Madam Kalpana Das, all esteemed dignitaries, it is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all. It is with the immense joy and gratitude that I welcome you all to AROHA-2024, a celebration of incredible journey we have undertaken together since inception of All India Institute of Ayurveda. This institute was dedicated to nation in 2017 by Honorable Prime Minister, and as we commemorate our 8th Foundation Day today, my heart fills with pride reflecting on the milestones we have achieved with the unwavering support of the Ministry of Ayush. On the auspicious occasion of this Valmiki Jayanti, with our motto of care with compassion, we are delighted to announce AROHA-24, which stands for Advancement in Research and Global Opportunities for Holistic Ayurveda, which rightly coincides with the theme of 9th Ayurveda Day, that is Ayurveda Innovations for Global Health. In this short span of operation, AIA has achieved NAC highest A+ grading and NABH accreditation, ensuring quality in education and health services. It has provided high-quality medical education in Ayurveda, befitting over 2.8 million of patients and establishing global collaborations. AIA has conducted over 600 research projects, resulting in 1,500 publications, and recently expanded its global presence with a satellite center in Goa, inaugurated by Prime Minister, and to all our various and all commemorative stamp was also released on AI. Today, we are honored to have with us the esteemed Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud ji, as our chief guest. Sir's presence here is a testament to his long-standing commitment to Ayurveda, a commitment that extends far beyond mere words of appreciation. Sir had championed the cause of Ayurveda for establishing a wellness center at Supreme Court, demonstrating his belief that benefits of Ayurveda can serve a larger population and promote holistic health for all. We are really grateful to you, for sir. Please give a big hand for this. Gender equality is another major mission of CJI, sir. In a significant step towards a gender-just judiciary, from live streaming to Supreme Court's hearing to technology-friendly courts, the 58th CJI of India has set a scorching pace to overhaul a sluggish, overburdened judicial system in all cognate with Digital India initiative, and we take honor in sharing that AIA has ensured digitalization at every phase from patient care to research. We are truly privileged to have his guidance and support, sir. We again welcome you. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our dynamic minister, Honorable Prataprao Jadhavji. Your dynamism and dashing leadership has been pivotal in carrying the beacon of Ayurveda forward, and we are grateful for your vision and dedication. A heartful welcome to our secretary, who has been the biggest flag bearer of evidence-based Ayurveda. Your relentless effort to advance research and advancement, the credibility Ayurveda have played a crucial role in helping our community grow across the globe. It is my great pleasure to welcome Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla, the director of GTMC WHO Jamnagar, which represents the entire globe, traditional medicine, 193 countries. So we please give a big hand. So it is a true international representation. Your dedication to enhancing our initiatives, international reputation, and your commitment to infusing scientific rigor into traditional medicines are truly invaluable. We welcome you. I take this opportunity to welcome our distinguished invitees, Madam Kalpana Das, who is also ardent supporter of the gender-based equality and many more aspirational masses in the society. We also welcome Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanitkar, who is honored by Ati Vishishta Seva Medal. So we welcome you. Professor Sarin Sir, Dr. Bhushan Patwardhan, Dr. Doifode, Vaidya Jayanta Devpujari ji, Dr. Puranik, VCs, directors, speakers, senior officials of the ministry, ASNFA, CCA, Joint Secretary, DDG, directors, and other officials from Ministry of Ayush, all the chairs and co-chairs of the session. We are honored to have expert speakers from across the world, such as Gorg, Christian Kresser, Sophia, Suzanne, George Bera, Dhamika, Renu Vadhva, and other guests joining us online and arriving tomorrow as well. I also extend a warm welcome to our MOU partners, future partners, and those who are present for MOU signing today. Special thanks to our dedicated faculty and scholars who have worked tirelessly behind this scene for this mega event, as well as faculty and scholars from Ayya, Goa, who have traveled all the way here. Please give big hand to all of them. Last but not least, I welcome all the delegates who have registered with us and wish you fruitful engagement over the next 3 days. Most importantly, I extend my warm welcome and heartfelt thanks to media, whose presence adds brilliance to this event, and you are the one who will amplify our efforts to the society. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all our stakeholders present today, from industry leaders and education policymakers to sponsors and the scholars. We are especially proud of your achievements made through our 72 MOU partners, including 17 international and 52 national organizations. AROHA-2024 is the first international conference by Ayya. In next 3 days of AROHA, you all are requested to enjoy 18 scientific sessions, 3 plenary sessions featuring participations from national to international experts. It will have more than 30 international specialists from 15 countries, along with experts and prestigious scientific institutions across the country. With such a distinguished gathering to dignitaries from esteemed Ayurveda practitioners and policymakers to leading scientists and judiciary heads, AROHA-24 is poised to reach new heights of excellence. As a part of AROHA-24, an expo featuring of 24 stalls showcasing the best practices and quality products, and also innovations and innovative practices and the traditional recipes supported by Ayya is organized. Everyone we request to have a look into that, and we also have Shashwat Ayush and Ayush pharmacy at every step. That also has been demonstrated. So I'm sure everyone will have the visit of the same. As we embark on this exciting journey together, let us remember that our shared mission is to promote the holistic health and well-being that Ayurveda offers. Therefore, we will be witnessing release of publication on success stories of Ayya, and to foster further collaboration as landmark event, we will also exchange MOUs with important partners. I hope all of you will enjoy this knowledge feast for next 3 days. Thank you one and all, and once welcome you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words and also highlighting the AROHA conference, what are the main highlights and what we can do in 3 days. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, it is our privilege to felicitate the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud ji. I request the Honorable Minister, Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, and Secretary Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji to please do the honor. Thank you, sir. This is an auspicious tulsi tree grown in the garden of All India Institute of Ayurveda, and we all pray for your all healthy and happy life. Sir, this is a special board. Sir, this is a special spice board made up of spices of India, and we are using these spices as a medicine also in Ayurveda. Sir, this is a small souvenir of AROHA. Sir, this is the souvenir and the logo of AROHA for remembrance of AROHA with you always. Thank you so much, all dignitaries, for this honor.
Thank you, sir, for accepting this honor. We now present a short movie titled Advancements in Research of Ayurveda, AIIA Perspective. Let's take a moment to watch.
All India Institute of Ayurveda, AIIA, was envisioned by the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Modi, to provide tertiary care services, postgraduate research and training under the Ministry of Ayush. Inaugurated on Ayurveda Day, October 17, 2017, by Prime Minister. AIIA is the first public sector Ayurveda hospital to receive NABH accreditation. It is also ISO 9001-2015 certified and holds an A++ NAC accreditation, setting new benchmarks in healthcare and education. Nestled in the heart of New Delhi, AIIA is a center of healing and wisdom, where ancient Ayurvedic traditions converge with modern science, combining holistic wellness and advanced technology. AIIA's impact stretches far beyond New Delhi. Its newly established satellite center in Goa, inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in December 2022, has become a hub for medical tourism and specialized in Ayush healthcare services. The Goa Center also offers academic courses and research in Ayurveda, attracting patients and students from across the globe. AIIA Delhi and Goa Center provides tertiary care services, treating approximately 3,000 patients daily and around 28 lakhs as of now through its 44 specialty clinics, which cover areas such as diabetes, respiratory disorders, neurology, infertility and lifestyle diseases. The 200-bed inpatient facility offers specialized treatments like Panchakarma and leech therapy supported by modern infrastructure, including modular operation theatres, an intensive care unit and a dedicated NIC. With a student strength of 877, AIIA stands as an academic powerhouse, offering postgraduate and doctoral programs across 12 Ayurveda specialties. In addition to its core academic offerings, AIIA provides a variety of specialized courses, including Ayush skill development programs, a foundation course in yoga. Under the Daksha tree, AIIA certified 301 diploma holders as of August 2024, with 319 new candidates enrolled. AIIA is also leading the way in research, with over 575 ongoing projects, including collaborations with premier institutions such as IIT Delhi, AIMS and CSIR. AIIA's research focuses on validating Ayurvedic practices using modern tools and technology. The Institute is exploring new frontiers through translational research, helping to bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and modern healthcare. The Institute also fosters incubation and promotes entrepreneurship. During the COVID-19 pandemic, AIIA made significant contributions with the development of the Ayur Raksha Kit, which helped reduce COVID-19 positivity and improve quality of life in clinical trials. The All India Institute of Ayurveda, AIIA, is gaining international recognition, having established 58 national and 17 international research collaborations, including partnerships with institutions in the UK and Germany. As part of the Know India program, KIP, organized by the Ministry of External Affairs Government of India, the Institute has hosted more than 500 participants from around 28 countries across 12 editions. High-profile visitors, such as dignitaries from the World Health Organization and the President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, have also visited the AIIA campus, further highlighting its global significance. At the All India Institute of Ayurveda, tradition meets innovation, ensuring that the wisdom of Ayurveda continues to heal and inspire for generations to come.
Thank you, dignitaries. It was indeed enlightening to showcase all the activities and witness all the activities of AIIA during the last 7 years. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla ji, Director, Global Traditional Medicine Center, WHO, Jamnagar, to share her insights with us.
Just checking again. Okay. Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Shri Prataprao Jadhav, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, respected Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, respected Professor Dhananjaya Nesari, Director, All India Institute of Ayurveda, which is hosting all of us, and all the eminent experts, scholars from India and globally, thank you for your presence and your collaboration. I bring greetings from WHO, especially from WHO Director General, Dr. Tedros, who the Honorable Prime Minister has called Tulsi Bai. And I was very honored just this week to learn that there is a type of tulsi also called Shyama tulsi. So I'm making that connection. We really want to thank the Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, for the extreme generosity, the leadership and the vision to make traditional medicine a global good that can benefit all people in the world and our planet that we share. Already, this leadership is having global impact. We have seen the leadership at the G20, at the BRICS, and other regional conferences note traditional medicine and its contribution for the health and well-being of all people. It's also having technical impact with the research collaborations, with the advancements of methods and guidelines. It's having legislative advances, which I will talk as well, with our collaboration with the World Intellectual Property Organization on protecting traditional knowledges and natural resources. But most importantly, it's having an impact for people around the world in providing them access universal health coverage to comprehensive services and products for their health and well-being that's done in a personalized and holistic way, which is where traditional medicine has led the world for centuries. Today, I am honored to represent the WHO Global Traditional Medicine Center. As many of you know, WHO brings together 194 member states or countries, many of whom are represented here today from the experts, and contributing to this very important AROHA conference. Together, we are united by one shared goal, which is the health and well-being of all our people and the whole planet that we share. And the Honorable Prime Minister of India has emphasized this by saying Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. We really realize the world is indeed one family. I have been privileged to visit AIIA before, and every time I visit, I am struck by what a model global institution it is. From the entrance and the lovely flower arrangements to the food, the hospitality, to the cutting-edge research, patient care, and better health outcomes. We thank you for hosting this conference. And under the Ministry of Ayush, India has taken a leadership role also in positioning traditional medicine as a model, a global model for health and care delivery. Initiatives like the Ayushman Arogya Mandirs across India. While I was in Gujarat, I visited the health and wellness centers at the PHC level that are co-locating biomedical and Ayush practitioners. I also went to the back of the centers and saw the herbal gardens and the yoga spaces where you're looking at blood pressure. And this is really an integrated model going through the full continuum of care to the tertiary level care and surgeries that we have seen in this wonderful video. In addition, as a global good, India worked with the United Nations to declare 21 June as International Day of Yoga, and you would have all seen the wonderful videos of people in every country practicing this ancient but very still modern, relevant practice. I just have 3 points of reflection. One of them is about balance. And I recall having a discussion with Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, who said, we think very differently in traditional medicine. It's a different approach. You may have very linear, like you know, in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, it says, okay, in the next 5 years or 10 years, you're going to reduce maternal mortality by X, deforestation by Y%. But one of the biggest changes I've seen with traditional medicine is that the sense of balance has to start now. The balance within yourself, with your societies, with sustainable environments. And this is what the world needs more than ever right now. And therefore, learning from traditional medicine principles, the second WHO Traditional Medicine Global Summit in 2025 will have the theme of restoring balance, the science and practice of health and well-being. And so we thank you for that inspiration. My next reflection is about science. As I mentioned in the session before, several global groundbreaking breakthroughs in science and medicine have actually started from traditional medicine globally. We talked about the smallpox inoculations that were being done in communities that became the vaccination and the global eradication. Aspirin, that is the world's most popular drug coming from willow bark. We talked about yoga. But from WHO, evidence is our base. And we would like to say that traditional medicine and science have to have a dialogue that informs each other. It's not that traditional medicine has to somehow fit into current science, but it's using the modern technologies also to understand traditional medicine and create that communication bridge. So it's not about one model of science, for example, randomized controlled trials, but more saying the world is actually moving to personalized medicine, to holistic medicine. What are rigorous scientific methods to evolve those? Pharmacogenomics, which you're already doing, artificial intelligence, and all of these are going to allow traditional medicine not only to connect us with our past, but lead us into the future. And this group is the one that can really move us forward. On the science element, the Global Traditional Medicine Center, GTMC, is also as a flagship initiative supporting all countries to establish a global traditional medicine library or repository, which was the vision of Honorable Prime Minister and also the heads of state at the BRICS. And so this will be another global good. And we're using artificial intelligence and other technologies to help us in this huge global effort. And that brings me to my third reflection point, which is about the importance of laws and principles to guide all our work. In the presence of the Honorable Chief Justice, I would like to talk about one element, which is the World Intellectual Property Organization's landmark treaty in May this year on traditional knowledge, genetic resources, and intellectual property rights. So with this treaty, when there are new patents, the source of the natural resources, genetic material, as well as prior use or prior art in traditional medicine has to be disclosed. And this will help mitigate a lot of the equity issues in terms of bioprospecting or equitable access to use and benefits. And this treaty took 25 years to negotiate, but because it was difficult, and I think this is going to be a real game changer. So in conclusion, we thank all of those honorable, respected, and esteemed experts gathered here to work together with WHO to advance science and traditional medicine together, to invite you to collaborate on the second Global Traditional Medicine Summit, and that we can all embody the principles of traditional medicine for the health and well-being of all people and the planet. And with that, I thank you all very, very much.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really inspiring and telling us about what are the global expectations from Ayurveda. Now, we welcome Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud ji, Honorable Minister of Ayush, Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, Director of WHO Global Center of Traditional Medicine, Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla ji, Professor Tanuja Nesri ji, Director, India Institute of Ayurveda, Srimati Kalpana Das ji, Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanitkar ji, colleagues at the Ministry, distinguished guests, esteemed faculties, researchers, practitioners, students, and my dear friends, my namaskar to you all. It gives me immense pleasure to be here at the AROHA event, a celebration of the incredible progress in the field of Ayurveda research and global opportunities that lie ahead for this ancient and holistic science. I would like to commend the India Institute of Ayurveda for its 8 years of excellence in academics, research, and healthcare. AIIA has distinguished itself through 49 national and 17 international collaborations that we know, including partnership with London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine on long COVID research through Ashwagandha. Though its commitment to global collaboration partnership with international bodies, AIIA has fostered innovation and evidence-based research, firmly placing Ayurveda on the world stage and inspiring holistic healthcare practices worldwide. It has provided a benchmark of an institution of par excellence, and I compliment and congratulate Professor Tanuja Nesri ji Our predecessors, directors, I am aware that Professor Abhimanyu Kumar and the Vice Chancellor of Jodhpur Ayurveda University is here, Pradeep Prajapati ji. They also have led this esteemed institute. Ayya has not only contributed for the advancement of Ayurveda, but also pioneered integrative healthcare, setting a global benchmark by combining traditional wisdom with modern healthcare system. And this is a kind of an integrative model where Ayurveda is primary care. So whenever we talk, Honorable Chief Justice ji, whenever we talk about integrative healthcare, it is believed, it is understood that there is an Ayurveda unit or Ayush unit in some of big hospital or modern healthcare facility. This is a reverse integration where 98% of practices are Ayurveda based. Still there is a ventilators, there are ICUs, and there are interventionists, and there are surgeons, and they work together. I would like to cite an example that here dentistry department is there, and there we have a wonderful dentist here. He does all the procedures, and as a follow-up, he is not giving antibiotics, he is giving Ayurvedic medicine. So those kind of wonderful benchmark and practices they have established. Today, we stand as a critical juncture where Ayurveda, a system rooted in centuries-old wisdom, is gaining worldwide recognition, evolving through cutting-edge research and offering solutions for modern healthcare challenges. Ayurveda approach to health, like Shyamaji was mentioning, balancing body, mind, and Atma, has always been comprehensive. However, the recent scientific advancements in this field have further validated its potential in treating chronic diseases, promoting preventive wellness, and enhancing overall wellness. When we talk about wellness, these tertiary care hospitals may be considered as a therapeutic wellness. It's not just wellness, but offering treatments and quality of life to the patients who is coming here from across the globe. Our efforts are also focused on bringing these validation based on evidence to traditional formulations, therapeutics, ensuring that Ayurveda is globally recognized for its safety and efficacy, including mechanistic studies. Initiatives like SMART 2 program by CCRS are fostering robust clinical studies in priority areas, further strengthening the scientific foundation of Ayurveda. I would like to also mention and highlight the efforts of Ministry of Ayush under the guidance and leadership of our Honorable Minister Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, that we are in a process of developing 5 key botanicals and develop a benchmark at par with globally accepted traditional medicine on these botanicals. So we have already started working on it, and this is something very new, and we are committed for that, and this is an effort. A government, industry, academia, and research partnership is a wonderful example, and this will come out in next 5 years. These botanicals will be, an example of how the botanicals of Ayurveda can be considered as a botanical medicine globally, and that will pave the way of a escalated and high-scale commerce also. As Ayurveda moves into the international healthcare domain, it opens up tremendous global opportunities for research, education, and commerce. Countries worldwide are now recognizing the potential of Ayurveda not only for healthcare, but for wellness tourism, therapeutic wellness tourism, medical value travel, and preventive care. India's partnership with WHO, particularly the establishment of GTMC at Jamnagar, have positioned our nation as a global leader in the field of traditional medicine. I would like to also mention that this is first UN outpost in any developing country established in India, and Shyamaji is leading that. The Ayush visa, recently introduced by the Ministry of Home Affairs, is a game changer for promoting medical tourism in the sector of traditional medicine in India, allowing international patients to seek authentic Ayurvedic treatment in India. Moreover, the formation of Ayush Export Promotion Council is accelerating the export of Ayush products and services, ensuring India's traditional medicine system reach new international markets. As we look to the future, it is essential that we continue to build on this momentum. Our vision, under the able leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister and our Minister Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, is to establish India as the leader in integrative healthcare by strengthening the role of Ayurveda and other Ayush systems in addressing non-communicable diseases, mental health issues, lifestyle disorders primarily, and the long-term health impacts of chronic diseases. We are focusing on the development of centers of excellence, which will not only advance Ayurveda research, but also offer opportunities for global collaboration. We have already started working with IISc, different IITs, ILBS, and premier institutes of India and globe. I also urge our researchers and practitioners to embrace innovation, explore new technologies, and expand into areas such as digital health, telemedicine, and AI-based diagnostics, integrating them with Ayurveda's holistic principles. This will not only help this Ayurveda scale new heights, but also bring its benefit to millions across the globe. In conclusion, we are witnessing an exciting time for Ayurveda and all other Ayush sciences and traditional medicines across the globe. A time when ancient wisdom is meeting modern science, is not only modern healthcare system, but all the basic sciences. To create a healthcare revolution, the advancements we see today are the result of years of dedication by researchers, practitioners, and visionaries like the team of Ayya and our other Ayush institutions, who believe in the profound impact that Ayush systems can have a big impact on health and well-being. As we celebrate these advancements in research and the emerging global opportunities, I call upon all stakeholders to work together to promote holistic Ayush healthcare, not just as a system of medicine, but as a way of life that the world needs now more than ever. Together, let's ensure that Ayush systems, including Ayurveda, continues to evolve, innovate, and lead the world towards a healthier and more balanced future. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I wish you all a successful and enriching experience at AROHA. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging and inspiring words. So in this series, to excel our academic and research activities, we will now witness the exchange of MOUs. In this series, first the extension of MOU with NICM Health Research Institute, Western Sydney University, Australia, for another 3 years. Please give a big round of applause for this. At this juncture, we request Dr. Rajgopala sir, Dr. Suzanne Grant, who came from Australia with us, to please join the dignitaries for change of MOU, please. Under this MOU, Dr. Rajgopala sir, our additional professor, is presently gracing the academic chair in the Australia in Western Sydney University, and it is now extended for now another 3 years. So it is a good news for all of us. Thank you all dignitaries. Next in the series of national MOUs is the exchange of MOU between Central Food Technological Research Institute, CFTRI, and All India Institute of Ayurveda, for which I invite Dr. Ram Prasad TR, Scientist, Department of Biochemistry, CSIR, Mysore, and Dr. Shiv Kumar Harti and Dr. Garima Srivastava from All India Institute of Ayurveda to please join the stage. This MOU deals with the modalities and terms and conditions for academic research and entrepreneurship programs, cooperation between All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi, and CSIR, CFTRI. The parties will support share of research facilities with collaborative research projects, extend their infrastructure, laboratories, library facilities to the scientists and the research workers of All India Institute of Ayurveda and CSIR, CFTRI. Please give a big round of applause for this extension of our research and academic work. The second national exchange of MOU between National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, NISBET, and All India Institute of Ayurveda, for which I would like to invite Ms. Hina Usman, JS, and Poonam Sinha, Director, Entrepreneurship Education, Shri Preetam Datta, Director, NISBET, and Dr. Shiv Kumar Harti and Dr. Arun Mahapatra from All India Institute of Ayurveda. Please join the dignitaries and do the honor. The primary objective of this MOU is to collaborate or foster entrepreneurship and innovation in the field of Ayurveda. The partnership aims to leverage the expertise of both NISBET and All India Institute of Ayurveda for capacity building programs for faculties, students, and Ayurveda innovators and the startups. The next MOU is between IIM Lucknow and Enterprise Incubation Center and All India Institute of Ayurveda, for which I would like to invite Mr. Yamini Bhushan Pandey, Managing Director, Mr. Arundi Vajpayee, Chief Operative Officer, and Mr. Aditya Prasad, Head Business Development from IIM Lucknow, and Dr. Shiv Kumar Harti and Dr. Arun Mahapatra from All India Institute of Ayurveda. Please do the exchange of MOU. The parties intend to engage and collaborate in the areas of innovation and entrepreneurship and towards catering, training, and consulting events for startups. Thank you all dignitaries, and thank you all for coming along for this exchange of MOUs. We are happy to share that All India Institute of Ayurveda has extended its satellite center in Goa, inaugurated virtually by the Honorable Visionary Prime Minister of Ayurveda. We take this opportunity to honor and encourage our new budding scholars with the Student Excellence Award. In this series, we request the dignitaries to please present the award to our scholars who scored the first rank, All India first rank. Miss Anushka, please come on the dais. She scored the first rank, All India first rank, and she joined our All India Institute of Ayurveda Goa campus. Miss Raghavi Mahabaleshwar and Miss Nisha, they have jointly secured All India second rank. Please come forward. Congratulations. And please come forward, Dr. Miss Raghavi Mahabaleshwar and Miss Nisha. They have jointly secured All India second rank. And they are pursuing their BAMS from All India Institute of Ayurveda, Goa campus. These are the budding stars of Ayurveda. Thank you so much, dignitaries. It is indeed a great encouragement for our scholars. Thank you so much. I congratulate the scholars and best wishes for their future also. Now, we are lucky and we are happy to invite Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge of Ministry of Ayush and MUHS Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to address the gathering. Please, sir.
आज के इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित भारत के माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश डॉक्टर DY चंद्रचूड़ जी, आयुष मंत्रालय के सचिव वैद्य राजेश कोटेचा जी, डॉक्टर श्यामा कुरुविला, डायरेक्टर GTMC, अखिल भारतीय आयुर्वेद संस्थान की निदेशक डॉक्टर तनुजा नेसरी जी, विश्व और भारत के सभी सम्माननीय अतिथिगण और आयुर्वेद के युवा शोधार्थीगण, आप सभी को मेरा सादर नमस्कार। सबसे पहले मैं आप सभी को अखिल भारतीय आयुर्वेद संस्थान के स्थापना दिवस और आरोहा 2024 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन के उद्घाटन के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। आज का दिन इसलिए भी विशेष है क्योंकि आज वाल्मीकि जयंती है। मैं आप सभी को इसकी सादर शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। भारतीय दर्शन में वाल्मीकि जी आदि कवि के रूप में प्रतिष्ठित है और उनकी रचना पीढ़ियाँ लाभान्वित होती आई है और आने वाले अनेकों पीढ़ियाँ लाभान्वित होती भी रहेंगी। वाल्मीकि रामायण केवल एक ग्रंथ या महाकाव्य नहीं बल्कि भारत का गौरव है। यह सनातन का एक ऐसा प्रकाश पुंज है जिसकी आभा हर दिन हमारे जीवन मार्ग को रोशन करती है। ठीक इसी प्रकार से हर व्यक्ति के जीवन में आयुर्वेद और उत्तम स्वास्थ्य के प्रति जागरूकता की लौ जगाने का काम अखिल भारतीय आयुर्वेद संस्थान कर रहा है। बहुत ही कम समय में इस संस्थान ने जिस ख्याति, जिस प्रतिष्ठा को हासिल किया है वो अभूतपूर्व है। हमारे चीफ जस्टिस जी हमारे बीच है। आप स्वयं आयुर्वेद के बड़े प्रशंसक हैं और इस संस्थान से जुड़े रहते हैं। आयुर्वेद में आपकी रुचि भी है और आप आयुर्वेद को अपने स्तर से हमेशा प्रोत्साहित भी करते हैं। हमारा ये संस्थान विश्व के चुनिंदा ऐसे संस्थानों में शामिल है जिसकी साख और जिसकी प्रतिभाशाली स्टाफ का कोई सानी नहीं है। इस संस्थान ने अब तक अपने 44 विशेषज्ञ ओपीडी के माध्यम से 28 लाख से अधिक रोगियों को और आईपीडी आधार पर लगभग 17,000 रोगियों को समग्र स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं प्रदान की है। 200 बिस्तर वाला यहाँ का अस्पताल प्रतिदिन 1800 से 2000 ओपीडी मरीजों को स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं प्रदान करता है। ये आंकड़ा अपने आप में यह बताने के लिए काफ़ी है कि संस्थान अपने दायित्व को कितनी गंभीरता के साथ निभा रहा है। यह संस्थान केवल एक शैक्षणिक केंद्र नहीं है बल्कि यह स्वास्थ्य, समृद्धि और जीवन की गुणवत्ता को बेहतर बनाने के लिए एक प्रेरणा स्थल भी है। हजारों वर्षों का समृद्ध अनुभव समेटे हुए आयुर्वेद ने केवल हमारे देश में ही नहीं बल्कि वैश्विक स्तर भी अपनी विशिष्ट पहचान बनाई है। आज ही यहाँ आरोहा 2024 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन का भी उद्घाटन हुआ है। यह आयोजन आयुर्वेद की उल्लेखनीय उपलब्धियों के उत्सव का आयोजन है। साथ ही एक ऐसे भविष्य की कल्पना करने का भी अवसर है जहां इस प्राचीन ज्ञान को वैश्विक मान्यता प्राप्त हो। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में आज हम आयुष की वैश्विक पहचान को और अधिक सुदृढ़ बना रहे हैं। मैं प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का ही विजन है कि उन्होंने आयुर्वेद को हर मंच से प्रोत्साहित किया है और आज आयुर्वेद अन्य किसी भी चिकित्सा पद्धति से अधिक अपनाया जा रहा है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के प्रयासों के बाद आयुर्वेद की स्वीकार्यता बढ़ी है और मैं उनका अत्यंत आभारी हूँ कि उन्होंने अपने लक्ष्यों की सिद्धि के लिए मुझे आयुष मंत्रालय का दायित्व दिया है। मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी की आयुष मंत्रालय से जो भी आकांक्षाएं हैं उनको पूरा करने के लिए पूर्ण रूप से प्रतिबद्ध हूँ। हम आयुर्वेद और आयुष को वैश्विक रूप से एक अभूतपूर्व स्थान पर ले जाएंगे। इसका एक उदाहरण हमारा आरोहा सम्मेलन जिसमें कई राष्ट्रीय और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विशेषज्ञ भाग ले रहे हैं। मुझे बताया गया है कि इस आयोजन में 8 देशों के 30 से अधिक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विशेषज्ञों के साथ साथ हमारे देश के प्रतिष्ठित विशेषज्ञ जैसे ILBS के चांसलर डॉक्टर सरीन जी और महाराष्ट्र यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ हेल्थ साइंसेज के कुलपति डॉक्टर माधुरी कानिटकर जी भी यहाँ पर शामिल है। मैं आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ कि यहाँ किए जा रहे आप सभी मंथन से हमें अमृत प्रतिरूपी परिणाम प्राप्त होंगे। मैं अब यहाँ उपस्थित सभी बुद्धिजीवियों का ध्यान आयुष की उपलब्धियों की ओर ले जाना चाहूँगा। आयुष मंत्रालय आयुष क्षेत्र के भीतर शोध और नवाचार को बढ़ावा देने के लिए समर्पित है। मंत्रालय ने शोध और नवाचार को बढ़ावा देने के उद्देश्य से कई योजनाएं शुरू की है, जिससे आयुर्वेद को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर बढ़ावा मिल सके। 2014 के बाद से आयुष क्षेत्र में वैश्विक स्तर पर महत्वपूर्ण विस्तार किया है। 2014 से पहले जहां 22 देशों के साथ सक्रिय सहयोग था और 7 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय समझौते थे, आज 2024 में यह संख्या बढ़कर 103 देशों के साथ सहयोग और 91 देशों के साथ MOU तक पहुंच गए हैं। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में ब्रिक्स शिखर सम्मेलन और G20 स्वास्थ्य मंत्रियों की बैठक के दौरान वैश्विक पारंपरिक चिकित्सा भंडार की स्थापना की दिशा में भी ठोस कदम उठाए गए हैं। इतना ही नहीं, विश्व स्वास्थ्य संगठन का ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन, जिसका अंतरिम कार्यालय वर्तमान में कार्यरत है, आयुष के वैश्विक विस्तार में सहायक सिद्ध हो रहा है। देश के भीतर आयुष और आयुर्वेद के प्रति लोगों का रुझान बढ़ा है और मुझे आज इस मंच से यह बताते हुए अत्यंत हर्ष हो रहा है कि अब देश में बच्चे BAMS को MBBS के ऊपर प्राथमिकता दे रहे हैं। इसीलिए हमने भी क्षेत्रों के हित और उनकी आकांक्षाओं को केंद्र में रखते हुए देश में 10 नए आयुर्वेद संस्थान खोलने का निर्णय लिया है। इसके अतिरिक्त 9 अक्टूबर को ही हमने प्रामाणिक और सस्ती आयुर्वेदिक दवाएं उपलब्ध कराने के लिए आयुष औषधि केंद्र का शुभारंभ किया है, जिसका उद्देश्य आयुर्वेद दवाओं को जन जन तक सुलभता से उपलब्ध करवाना है। आने वाले दिनों में देश का प्राकृतिक परीक्षण घर घर तक आयुर्वेद कार्यक्रम भी चलाया जाएगा, जिसके तहत हमने 1 करोड़ घरों तक पहुंचने का लक्ष्य रखा है। इस अभियान के माध्यम से आयुर्वेद के प्रति जन सामान्य का रुझान बढ़ेगा और आयुर्वेद की अर्थव्यवस्था को भी गति मिलेगी। अर्थव्यवस्था का जिक्र है तो मैं आपको बताऊं, आयुष क्षेत्र में वेलनेस ट्रैवल और मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रैवल के रूप में तेजी से उपक्षेत्र विकसित हुए हैं। RIS के अध्ययन के अनुसार आयुष सेवा क्षेत्र में 1,66,797 करोड़ रुपए की आय का संकेत मिलता है, जो न केवल भारत के स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्रों में इसकी मजबूत स्थिति को दर्शाता है, बल्कि इसके निर्यात योगदान को भी रेखांकित करता है। हाल ही हमने आयुष चिकित्सा मूल्य यात्रा शिखर सम्मेलन 2024 का सफल आयोजन किया था। आयुष मंत्रालय ने भारतीय पर्यटन विकास के सहयोग से आयुष और चिकित्सा मूल्य यात्रा को बढ़ाने के लिए पर्यटन मंत्रालय के साथ एक समझौता ज्ञापन पर भी हस्ताक्षर किए हैं। आयुष क्षेत्र में इन्वेस्टमेंट और इनोवेशन की अपार संभावना है और हम इस क्षेत्र से जुड़े स्टार्टअप्स को प्रमुखता से प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं। हमारे इन सभी प्रयासों का मुख्य उद्देश्य न केवल आयुर्वेद की प्रति जागरूकता बढ़ाना है, बल्कि इसे आधुनिक विज्ञान के साथ मिलाकर एक समग्र चिकित्सा पद्धति के रूप में स्थापित करना भी है। हम सभी को मिलकर इस दिशा में काम करना होगा ताकि हम आयुर्वेद की संपूर्णता को विश्व स्तर पर स्थापित कर सके। अंत में मैं आयोजन समिति और अखिल भारतीय आयुर्वेद संस्थान के निदेशक को इस कार्यक्रम के सफल आयोजन के लिए बधाई देता हूं और सराहना करता हूं। आइए मिलकर आयुर्वेद का विश्व स्तर पर ले जाने की प्रतिबद्धता को और से अधिक बल दें। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय आयुर्वेद।
धन्यवाद महोदय। आपके मार्गदर्शन में निश्चित रूप से आयुर्वेद नए आयामों को प्राप्त करेगा। AIIA understands that standardization and dissemination of Ayurveda in scientific terminology is crucial for its global acceptance. So, in that context, we are now set to release the scientific publications and success stories of AIIA by our esteemed dignitaries. In this series, we request the dignitaries for the release of Souvenir of the AROHA. And for this, may we request the scientific committee to please join the release ceremony. Dr. Meera ma'am, Dr. Girimalla Patil sir, Dr. Hina. Indeed, it's a team effort. This souvenir comprises the motivational words of wisdom from the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Minister of Ayush, Honorable Secretary Sir, and other esteemed dignitaries. The inspiration from pioneers and visionaries in the field of academics, research, and health sciences worldwide. Next in this series is the Ayush Journal of Integrative Oncology by the Center of Integrative Oncology. I request Dr. V.G. Huddar, Dr. Shivani Ghildyal, Dr. Richa Tripathi, Dr. Amrish Degde, and Dr. Muhammad to please join the release. This is an official publication of All India Institute of Ayurveda in collaboration with National Institute of Cancer Prevention and Research, NICPR, ICMR. This journal will comprise of the scientific researches related to the field of cancers through an integrated approach. Next in the series is the algorithm for integrative management of breast cancer. For that, we have the same team, Dr. V.G. Huddar, Dr. Shivani Ghildyal, Dr. Richa Tripathi, Dr. Amrish Degde, Dr. Parvati, and Dr. Alka. We request you to join for the release. This is the protocol for integrative management of breast cancer. It's a very honorable and proud moment for all of us also. Thank you. Next in the series is the Holistic and Integrated Management Future of the Healthcare System, for which I request Dr. Galib sir and Dr. Amrish Degde to please join the release set. Considering the One Health approach, AIIA has developed a unique model of integrative tertiary care health facility where the transdisciplinary health approaches can be seen through the multiple functional units. This preliminary report is an effort to showcase the unique healthcare services being offered by AIIA through its OPDs, IPDs, extension centers, and satellite units. Next is the release of the summary of PG thesis of AIIA 2020 to 2023, for which I request Dr. Galib and Dr. Swapnil Chaudhary to please join the dignitaries. This publication is a compilation of the summaries awarded for the postgraduate thesis of the 5th batch 2020 to 2023 under Delhi University. This document is expected to serve as a guiding and a reference material for the PG and PhD scholars across the country to understand the nature and quantum of work done, and also as a reference for future collaboration and research works. Thank you, dignitaries. Next, अब हम आदरणीय मंत्री महोदय से निवेदन करेंगे कि वो ट्रांसडिसिप्लिनरी होलिस्टिक आयुर्वेद रिसर्च प्रोटोकॉल प्रमेय के लिए उसका अनावरण करें और रिलीज करें. I request Dr. S.H. Acharya and Dr. Rajaram Mehto sir to please join. This protocol comprises of integrative approach blending Ayurveda diagnostics with conventional clinical biomarkers, web-based data collection method in the form of ECRF, transdisciplinary approaches blending Ayurveda with modern technology to address prameha complexities and lifestyle changes. Thank you, dignitaries. Next in the series is the comparative organoleptic profiling of selected genuine and marketed crude drugs by RRDR, for which I request Dr. Meena Devgade, Dr. Shivani Ghildial, Mr. Arun, Ms. Ranjani, and Ms. Monica to join the stage and dignitaries. In the vision to integrate scientific analysis into herbal practices, AIIA, in collaboration with NMPB, has introduced the RRDR facility. This book is an effort to create sensitization about authenticity and quality of crude herbs in trade. And last in the series, we request all the dignitaries to release the standard guidelines in the management of labor and postnatal care through Ayurveda. And I request Professor Sujata Kadam and Dr. Meenakshi to please join the release. This standardized protocol for labor and postnatal care incorporates practical experiences of Ayurveda experts from all over India, which will help the academicians, researchers, and practitioners for the implementation of this standardized protocol. Thank you, dignitaries, for doing this honor. To conclude our ceremony, now it's an honor to invite the Honorable Chief Justice of India to please address us with his words. Please, sir.
Namaskar. Namaskar and good evening. Shri Prataprao Jadhav, the Minister of State, independent charge of the Ministry of Ayush, and Minister of State, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Ved Rajesh Kotecha ji, Secretary of the Ministry of Ayush. Professor Dr. Tanuja Nesari, Director Aya. Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla, Director, GTMC WHO at Jamnagar. Esteemed clinical and scientific experts, participants, and all the Ayurveda enthusiasts, which includes me also. I'm privileged to be a part of AROHA 2024, the international conference on advancements in research and global opportunities for holistic Ayurveda. This day also marks the 8th foundation day of the All India Institute of Ayurveda, a significant milestone that offers an opportunity to reflect on the remarkable history of the institution since its establishment as an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Ayush in 2017. I'm truly delighted to see how Ayya has made remarkable progress in just 8 short years. Founded with a mandate to foster evidence-based research in Ayurveda, the Institute has focused on 3 key pillars: tertiary care, research, and academics. Its dedication to blending ancient wisdom with modern science is paving the way for holistic health solutions which have earned Ayurveda increasing respect and recognition worldwide. The philosopher and healer Hippocrates said, "Let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food." This timeless insight reminds us of the intrinsic value of natural health practices, which is why Ayurveda, India's ancient system of holistic healing, holds immense potential for today's healthcare needs. Ayurveda, derived from the Sanskrit words Ayur, which means life, and Veda, which means knowledge, is a traditional system of medicine that emphasizes balance in the body and mind and in the spirit. It advocates for natural therapies, diet, exercise, and mindfulness as essential components for maintaining overall well-being. Personally, I'm a strong advocate of Ayurveda and a holistic lifestyle, together with my very dear spouse, Kalpana. My association with Ayush began during the COVID-19 pandemic, a time when the value of preventive healthcare became more important than ever. During the second and third waves of the pandemic, when I contracted COVID, I was so confident on the healing power of Ayurveda that I did not take any allopathic medicine at all. Instead, I relied solely on Ayurvedic treatment and holistic approaches, further solidifying my belief in its healing potential. Just 6 weeks ago, I was detected to have H1N1 virus, and when Dr. Tanuja Nesari and Dr. Manoj Mesri, both of them came to see me, I was more worried about the fact that I might be transmitting my H1N1 to both of them. So I was trying to hurry them along quickly on their way, saying, "Please don't sit with me for too long." And they both told me that, "Well, we see about 150 patients like you every day." But what was most significant was that they said by the end of today, we are quite confident that the significant symptoms of the H1N1 will be over. It took me a little while to recover, but significantly what they said, namely by the end of the day, with core Ayurvedic medicines, I was well on the way to recovery. I'm a proponent of Panchakarma, and I do believe that in the next few weeks, I'm possibly a little late this year, but better late than never, that I will do my yearly treatment of Panchakarma as well. Detoxification and life optimization are foundational principles in Ayurveda and essential for each achieving long-term health. A healthy lifestyle is about making conscious choices that nurture physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In today's fast-paced world, it is also a strategy for managing stress and improving the quality of our lives. Ayurveda offers each individual the knowledge to essentially write their own prescriptions for daily living, prescribing the right time to eat, the right types and combinations of food, the appropriate supplements, the ideal sleep schedule, the optimal time for exercise, and even the best hours for productive work. About 2 years ago, a little more than 2 years ago, our daughter, Priyanka, who has her own special needs requirements as a special needs child, was admitted to the PGI Chandigarh and was in the ICU for 44 days with my wife standing by her all through. A time came in the course of the treatment when everything that the allopathic doctors were doing, and they were all good doctors, distinguished doctors, would be there from the middle of the night to the middle of the day. But everything that they were doing was yet not achieving that final frontier. So Kalpana turned around and said, let me manage her food intake. And so through the guest house which she was staying in, she decided to take over the course of her own nutrition, the child's nutrition. And within a period of 24 hours, guided by the wisdom of the good doctor, Dr. Nesari, we found a remarkable turnaround in the child's health. And so soon, she was on her way back to Delhi. But this is a continuing mission for us, because I believe that the essential teachings of Ayurveda, which is not just to deal with that particular ailment of that particular time, but to propose and to advance holistic well-being in terms of medicine, in terms of addressing core concerns of a holistic lifestyle based on nutrition, based on meditation, based on yoga, and based on what we have really imbibed as the teachings within our family through the generations. There is so much that Ayurveda tells us and reminds us as part of the intrinsic cultural training which we have received in our own homes. But I think this new movement of Ayurveda, which has been carried forward today on a scientific plane, enables us to pitchfork Ayurveda not just as something which has been handed down from generations to generations within our families, but to put it on a global map of matching the traditional with the modern, of matching ancient knowledge with modern scientific techniques and diagnostic tools. I would like to highlight 4 key postulates today as a curtain raiser for the conference. First, infrastructure. Is our infrastructure ready to support Ayurveda's growing demand? The infrastructure of Ayya is nothing short of impressive. With 2 campuses and 6 extension centers, Ayya has successfully served over 2.8 million patients through 44 specialty outpatient departments. This achievement not only highlights the scale of the All India Institute's operations, but also highlights its commitment to delivering high-quality care to a diverse population. Diverse in terms of culture, diverse in terms of region, diverse in terms of language. Moreover, Ayya offers advanced postgraduate and PhD programs, which are vital in nurturing the next generation of Ayurvedic practitioners and researchers. These educational initiatives are essential for ensuring that the rich knowledge of Ayurveda continues to thrive and evolve in modern times. What truly stands out is the Institute's dedication to expanding its reach through its extension centers located in various sites, some of them prestigious sites, including the one situated at our Supreme Court. 2 years ago, when I took over as Chief Justice of India, I mentioned to Dr. Nesari that could we set up an extension center, a holistic center within the precincts of the Supreme Court itself. We have over 2,200 members of our own family, our staff in the Supreme Court. And I'm delighted to tell you that the center at the Supreme Court has grown from strength to strength, inculcating confidence in the ability of Ayurveda to transform the lives of our own people. These centers not only provide crucial patient care, but also play an essential role in educating the public about the benefits of Ayurveda. By enhancing accessibility and awareness in such influential locations, Ayya has helped demystify Ayurvedic practice and to promote a deeper understanding of holistic healthcare among citizens, legal professionals as in the Supreme Court, and policymakers alike. 2 years ago, in fact, when I did my first Panchakarma treatment, I was treated at the Safdarjung Hospital. And there's nothing like converting people from a different discipline. Dr. Kanitkar is here, was a very distinguished Lieutenant General in the Indian Army. But the Safdarjung enclave, the Safdarjung Hospital Treatment Center, was designed to treat doctors, paramedical staff, and nurses, and to remind them of the essential need of healing our allopathic doctors themselves. They dedicate their lives to the service of the community. But who thinks about healing our doctors and medical professionals? So Ayya, in that sense, began this unique initiative for the purpose of healing the healers, not healing the patients, but healing the healers themselves. Research also plays a pivotal role in strengthening the foundation of Ayurvedic practices. Research allows us to validate and adapt ancient wisdom to meet contemporary health challenges. The launch of the Ayush research portal marks a significant advancement for Ayurvedic research and education. This comprehensive platform houses an impressive collection of over 43,000 research articles, serving as a robust resource for scholars, practitioners, and anyone interested in the scientific validation of Ayush principles and practices. Such accessibility to research will enhance the credibility of Ayush and foster greater trust in these ancient systems of medicine. Drawing a parallel to this commitment to accessibility, the National Judicial Data Grid provides free access to nationwide judicial data. This repository includes information on over 3,000 court establishments across India, including the High Courts and the Supreme Court of India. Facilitating free accessibility of judgments for citizens and litigants has always been my priority as a part of the e-courts project. As of today, 38,000 judgments uploaded online on the eSCR portal in English have been translated into Hindi, and about 11,000 judgments available in other languages. The second postulate that I want to address is how do we ensure equity and equality in access to Ayurveda? Talking about accessibility, we must link it back to our commitment to infrastructure. Equity and equality in healthcare are fundamental principles that ensure every individual has the opportunity to receive the medical attention they deserve. And I think the key in the last few years that I've known both the Ministry of Ayush, so well-headed and spearheaded by Vaidya Kotecha ji, and Ayya under the care of Dr. Nesari, is that there is a fundamental effort to ensure that we spread the message of Ayurveda in terms of equality and equity. Recent reports from the National Sample Survey Office indicate that 95% of rural and 96% of urban Indians are now aware of our traditional systems of medicine. This growing awareness not only reflects the increasing demand for Ayush systems, but it also highlights the expanding role of Ayurveda in the health and wellness landscape of India, with yoga being practiced in over 1 crore households across both urban and rural areas. Access to essential treatments is a fundamental aspect of the right to health, closely aligned with Article 21 of the Constitution, which guarantees the right to life. In our decision in Paschim Banga Khet Mazdoor Samiti versus State of West Bengal, the Supreme Court emphasized the state's constitutional obligation to provide adequate medical services to all citizens. This commitment to equitable healthcare is further supported by international law, including the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, which recognizes the right to the highest attainable standard of health. Article 12 of the International Covenant obligates states to take necessary steps to ensure that everyone can enjoy this right, reinforcing the importance of equitable access to medical care for all individuals, regardless of their geographical location or socioeconomic status. Given this context, there is a pressing need for equity in healthcare access across all communities. And I was delighted to learn from Kotecha ji that the union government has now decided to establish 10 regional centers across India. One of the great drawbacks of what we call as modern medicine, allopathic medicine, is the ease at which drugs are available across the counter. And this ease of availability of drugs has been one of the serious problems which is confronting our society. Because people tend to self-medicate, and self-medicate on drugs which should be used not as the first option, but as a matter of the last option. Almost every little virus that we contract at the turn of the season is self-limiting, because the power of the body and the mind which nature has given it is so strong. But yet in today's times, when patience is limited and people are becoming less and less tolerant, people are driven to accepting solutions which may work overnight, but which may damage the body and the mind in the long run. And that is where I do believe that Ayurveda has a great potential to remind people not just to attend to the problems of the moment, but to speak of your life and to suggest remedies which will have a long-lasting benefit to our existence as human beings. Therefore, I urge all of you, all stakeholders, to collaborate in creating initiatives which will ensure equitable access to Ayurvedic treatment and education. Ayurveda, like other traditional medicinal systems, has aimed to modulate the immune response, particularly in the context of public health challenges such as COVID-19. Research in Ayurveda has mapped its contributions to the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly focusing on SDG 3, good health and well-being. This goal emphasizes promoting health for all and addressing health inequalities. Additionally, Ayurveda research also contributes to SDG 2, zero hunger, by exploring nutritional supplementation strategies, and SDG 4, quality education, through the promotion of educational initiatives, self-care approaches, and training in Ayurvedic practices. The third postulate that I want to briefly speak about is the need for adherence to standards. Building upon the second postulate on equitable access, I would like to frame our discussion on the importance of standards in traditional medicine with this question: how can adherence to standardized practices enhance the credibility and efficacy of Ayurvedic treatments in today's healthcare landscape? The organized development and standardization of traditional medical systems, including Ayurveda, Siddha, and Unani Tibbi, are essential for ensuring their safety and efficacy. No drug is harmless. Historically, these systems evolved through informal practices by self-trained practitioners. to address these inconsistencies and foster public trust, both the state and central governments have implemented legislation aimed at regulating these practices. Standards and regulations are crucial for balancing cultural preservation with public health priorities, as they enable the safe practice and development of traditional medicine. These standards enhance the credibility of traditional systems, promoting their integration into modern healthcare. Furthermore, by linking these standards with sustainable practices, traditional medicine can contribute more effectively to global health goals, ensuring that these systems are accessible, safe, and capable of addressing contemporary health challenges. For example, the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940 regulates the manufacturing, sale, distribution of Ayurveda, Siddha, and Unani medicines, ensuring the quality, safety, and efficacy of these products. It mandates strict guidelines for the preparation and packaging of Ayurvedic medicines, prohibiting the sale of spurious or substandard products. The Drugs and Magic Remedies Objectionable Advertisements Act of 1954 prevents misleading claims and advertisements that falsely promise cures for various diseases, emphasizing the importance of transparency and accountability in traditional medicine. In the decision of Kerala Ayurveda Paramparaya Vaidya Forum versus the state of Kerala, the Supreme Court addressed the issue of whether practitioners lacking statutory qualifications should be allowed to practice traditional medicine under the Indian Medicine Central Council Act of 1970 and the Travancore Cochin Medical Practitioners Act. The court upheld that only those registered and qualified under these legal frameworks could practice medicine. It emphasized that public health and safety are paramount, asserting that even traditional systems must be practiced by individuals who are recognized and certified. This highlights the importance of standardized production processes and qualified practitioners to ensure the safety, credibility, and growth of Ayurveda and other traditional medicine systems. Therefore, I urge all of you to work together in upholding these standards, which will strengthen traditional medicine as a credible, sustainable component of modern healthcare. And therefore, I was delighted while looking at the models this evening to see the number of undergraduate students who are now being churned out of the institute at Goa and the postgraduate students who are being churned out of IIA here. I've been the beneficiary of the expert medical care who have attended by them to me. The fourth and last postulate is Ayurveda on the global stage. I was just speaking the other day to Dr. Manoj Nesari about his visit to Taiwan. And Dr. Nesari herself went to Geneva just last week. So the last postulate is, how can Ayurveda expand its reach and impact on the global stage? And what steps are necessary to ensure it meets international standards for safety, efficacy, and innovation? I address this problem and this issue because Ayurveda today is not something which is in a cocoon confined to our society. We are now talking about exporting our age-old knowledge, practices, and traditions of Ayurveda across the world. But to make it acceptable across the world, we must meet the cultural parameters of countries ranging from Germany to the US, to the continent, to the global south, to South Asia, across the world. And we have so many of these representatives of nations across the world, including from Switzerland, who are part of this distinguished audience today. As the world increasingly embraces holistic and alternative healthcare, Ayurveda's potential on the global stage has never been greater. According to a 2024 report by Market Research Future, the global Ayurveda market, valued at $8 billion in 2022, is projected to grow to $26.16 billion by 2032, driven by increased awareness of Ayurveda's benefits, a growing demand for alternatives to allopathy, and rising disposable incomes. But I would dare say that the time will come when Ayurveda will not be regarded as an alternative, but Ayurveda will become the basic dispenser of a holistic lifestyle. The booming medical tourism industry, particularly in states like Kerala, further highlights sustained interest in Ayurveda-based solutions for wellness and healthcare. Kalpana and I were in Bhutan just last week, and speaking to His Excellency, the King, His Majesty told me about his initiative to set up a mindfulness city bordering Kotecha in Assam, in Bhutan. Now, I thought to myself that if Bhutan is setting up a mindfulness city, is there not a tremendous potential for us to use and pitchfork Ayurveda for spreading a message of holistic well-being across the world to expats who will come from across South Asia in particular, from countries like Singapore? But a primary barrier to Ayurveda's global growth is the need for scientific validation. Ayurveda has demonstrated effectiveness in areas like chronic disease management and preventive healthcare. Yet, broader acceptance requires rigorous clinical research to meet international healthcare standards. Recognizing this, the World Health Organization has called for greater integration of traditional medical systems like Ayurveda into global healthcare through its Global Strategy for Traditional Medicine 2014-2023. This strategy emphasizes the safety, efficacy, and quality control of traditional medicine, advocating Ayurveda as a credible system for managing chronic diseases, enhancing wellness, and providing preventive health care. So the movement of Ayurveda to be genuinely successful must move from ad hoc individual practitioners to institutional healthcare. Speaking for myself, I would be extremely reluctant to go to an ad hoc practitioner sitting somewhere in a corner of the city, but I feel so much more assured when I go to an institution, when I know that the drugs which are being given to me, the practices which are being advocated are validated, and that they are being pursued by people who are deeply trained and who have the experience and who have the data and the healthcare parameters to back their claims for efficacy. In India, the Ministry of Ayush has been pivotal in addressing those challenges by advancing evidence-based research through collaborations with national organizations such as ICMR, CSIR, the Department of Science and Technology, and DBT. Today's partnerships are perhaps a signal of what holds forth as the potential for the future. These partnerships not only push the boundaries of integrative medicine, but also enable personalized treatments through initiatives like Ayur Genomics, a pioneering effort that merges Ayurveda with genomics to create healthcare solutions tailored to an individual's genetic profile. Combined with the establishment of the WHO Global Traditional Medicine Center in Jamnagar, these initiatives bolster India's leadership in traditional medicine on the world stage. I was delighted to receive a copy of Dr. Bhushan Patwardhan's book, which tries to bridge genomics with our traditional knowledge. Capacity building and training are equally critical. Developing a workforce that comprehends both traditional knowledge and modern research standards is essential to Ayurveda's global expansion. This involves extensive training programs which addresses biases and fosters a scientific approach within Ayurvedic studies. Sensitization towards global health perspectives, combined with skill building, is also vital to ensure that Ayurvedic practices meet international expectations for efficacy, transparency, and innovation. As Indians today, we cannot say, take it or leave it. We have to reach out to the global health scenario We have to validate our knowledge with reference to global health standards and make our knowledge and practices consistent with what international organizations like the WHO require us to do. This conference, in other words, is an answer to these opportunities and challenges. The Ayurveda Innovation and Startup Expo here exemplifies the power of innovation, highlighting how modern tools like artificial intelligence are transforming Ayurvedic practices. Through innovation, practitioners gain more precise tools to refine their treatments, paving the way for enhanced applications of ancient knowledge in today's healthcare landscape. For instance, at the Supreme Court of India, we have partnered with other nations such as Singapore and Germany and Brazil to discuss the evolving role of AI in decision-making, exploring how to make these processes more transparent. In healthcare, AI has the potential to enrich Ayurvedic practices, harnessing data to provide more personalized care and furthering the credibility of Ayurveda in the global medical community. I would end by expressing my gratitude to the organizers of this conference for bringing us together to explore these vital discussions. I hope that these postulates will ignite further thought and forge a path for Ayurveda that embraces both tradition and innovation. Finally, on a personal note, when I contracted COVID in the first wave of COVID, and that was when the vaccines were not there, the Honorable Prime Minister called me up to ask that I was in court that morning, what happened all of a sudden that I disappeared from the scene. Very gracious gesture, and it requested me to speak to the Kotecha ji. Mr. Kotecha promptly sent me a wellness package which he had been developed. I must confess that at that time, I was not fully convinced, because as judges, we are always cynical and we all tend to scrutinize and ask a lot of questions. But I tried what Kotecha gave me, what Mr. Kotecha, Dr. Kotecha gave me. And that was really the initiation. Thanks to my initial association with the Kotecha ji, I explored the contours of Ayurveda further. Life gives you so many lessons. My wife has been very deeply associated with food synergies, about using a holistic lifestyle to further the cause of good living. We have both become vegans over a year ago, she more than a year ago. Me, I'm just a tail which follows the leader in the house. But over a period of time, what Ayurveda has taught us is that there is so much to treating disease and illness than mere medicine. We've come to realize through our conversations over the last so many months with these distinguished doctors that food is the greatest medicine. What we eat, how we eat it, what time we eat, and what season we eat what we eat is crucial to maintaining a balance in life. And life ultimately is all about maintaining that sense of balance. And this balance between Vata, Pitta, and Kapha is the ultimate aspiration of Ayurveda. And what does that balance tell us all about? That balance tells us about the need to be mindful of your mind, to be mindful of your body, and to listen to the signals which your body sends you. Too often, most of us miss these signals which our body sends us. Nature is an extraordinarily powerful agent of which we are only small specks. If you travel to Ladakh, for instance, you'll realize what an insignificant speck in the universe of nature that we all are. But equally, just as you realize how insignificant we are in terms of the wider scheme of nature, you also realize how powerful we have been made as human beings by this wider ecosystem of which we are a part. So I think overall, this trend, this movement in Ayurveda today reflects an aspiration of a global future of well-being for the communities across the world. India has received a lot from the world outside, and we continue to receive the benefit of the wisdom and the experience of people outside India, as so many of these distinguished international participants will bring to this conference. But equally, we have a lot to share. And it's important that our younger generation should not lose the knowledge of what has been passed on to us from generation to generation over thousands of years. All that we have to do is to tweak it a little bit to ensure that the acquired generations of knowledge of the past finds validation in the modern age, which is essentially an age of technology and an age of the knowledge economy. So my best wishes to all of you. I think I took a little longer, but I couldn't help it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are really blessed and so happy to have you with us. And your journey of Ayurveda is really inspiring. We all inspired a lot. And I think the person who is listening, you is really inspired by your vision and about the knowledge of Ayurveda you are having, the personal care, the Swasthya Rakshan, everything, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us in this lovely evening. And thank you all the dignitaries for being with us. For the official vote of thanks, I would like to invite Professor Mahesh Vyas, sir, Dean PhD. Sir, please propose the vote of thanks.
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Namaste. Good evening to all. I convey my deepest gratitude to all the glorified dignitaries present on the dais. It is my great privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the occasion of the International Conference AROHA 2024, organized on the eve of 8th Foundation Day of All India Institute of Ayurveda, where we are witnessing this dignified assembly under one roof. Firstly, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud ji. Sir, your presence as the highest custodian of justice in our country not only honors this conference, but also make strong our collective mission for the well-being of society. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. We are deeply privileged to have your esteemed self here. We are deeply grateful to Honorable Shri Prataprao Jadhav ji, our respected Minister of State, independent charge for the Ministry of Ayush and Health and Family Welfare. Sir, we are very thankful that under your able leadership, Mission Prakati Parikshan have successfully launched. We look forward for many such initiatives in future as well. Mani Mantri ji, we believe that under your dynamic leadership, Ayush will gain more popularity globally. We are truly privileged to have you with us today. A special thanks to Padma Shri Rajesh Kotecha ji, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush. Sir, it is your great vision that Ayush is reaching the new heights. We are grateful to Dr. Shyama Kuruvilla, Director of the Global Traditional Medicine Center, WHO Jamnagar. Ma'am, we are deeply honored by your presence and we look forward to continued collaboration under your inspiring guidance. We are deeply privileged to Lieutenant General Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar, Vice Chancellor of the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, as one of the highest ranking women in the Indian Armed Force and an esteemed leader in the medical community. Ma'am, your presence at this conference brings immense prestige and insight. Next, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Tanuja Manoj Nesri ji, Director All India Institute of Ayurveda. Your compassionate approach and dedication to promoting holistic health care reflects a deep commitment to the well-being of society. Thank you, madam. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed international experts who have traveled from across the globe representing Argentina, Colombia, Cuba, Thailand, Brazil, Sri Lanka, Japan, Australia, and Germany. Your participation not only enriches this conference, but also makes the increasing global collaboration in the field of traditional medicine. Thank you for being a part of this significant event. We are especially thankful to Madam Kalpana Das ji, Vaidya Manoj Nesri ji, Vaidya Jayandev Pujari ji, Professor Bhushan Padvardhan ji, Professor Sanjeev Sharma ji, Vaidya Doifode ji, Professor Abhimanyu Kumar ji, Professor P.K. Prajapati ji, Professor Sujata Kadam ji, Professor Anup Thakur ji, and Vice Chancellor, MIT University, Professor Balvinder Shukla ji, Professor R.R. Dwivedi ji, for strong support and guidance always. I would also like to extend our deepest appreciation to all our national and international MOU partners. Your partnership continue to drive innovation and progress in the field of healthcare. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to all the distinguished from Ministry of Ayush, NCISM, CCRS, RAV, and all the councils. I extend my sincere thanks to all the learned speakers and delegates. I also thanks to all the deans, esteemed faculties, staffs, and PG and PhD scholars from All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi, and Goa. I also want to thank the entire organizing team of AROHA for the successful organizing the event. But last but not the least, a special thanks to all the contributors and electronic and print media who have supported directly and indirectly for organizing this event. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. As we conclude this auspicious occasion, I invite everyone to please rise for the national anthem. जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा Thank you for being with us here today. Together, let us continue to promote and advance this noble science of Ayurveda. Have a wonderful evening. We request everyone to please join for high tea, which will be followed by the cultural evening and dinner.
Thank you, everyone. Let us join for the cultural evening, wonderful cultural evening, followed by the dinner.